Welcome to the journey of love and light. This is the general reading for Virgo for the year of 2019. I have pulled for you. Before we started this video, I meditated over the cards, I shuffled the cards, and I pulled the cards for the year of 2019, one for each month, one for the overarching energy for the quarter, and a Archangel Michael card for the guidance for advice for 2019. All of these decks are in the comments below if you're interested in learning more about them. But let's just jump right in to the reading. So, your year is going to start out, dear Virgo, very busy. It looks like it starts with the Chariot card, which is a time of career advancement, possibly some type of success, maybe even in your education, if you're going to school. But certainly the year is going to be starting out in motion. But it's going to require that you have some determination and potentially even some self control. So it could be that, this being the beginning of January 2019, it may be that some of you, Virgo, have determined that you're going to take on that annual diet for the new year. And if that's the case, it's just telling you that yes, you can move forward swiftly. You can actually be successful in it, but it's going to take some determination and self-control on your part. But it also offers up in the space of if you are moving forward and advancing in your career, it's giving you that potential for advancement and a lot of success in that because others have realized up to this point your value and your contribution to the success of an organization, a team, or a relationship, what have you. So the card for February is the Four of Raphael. And if you see this person is, sort of sitting on the beach looking a bit melancholy. So it may be that moving into February, because of such fast motion coming into the year, you may start feeling a little worn out or a little much in need of a retreat or a, kind of to go off on your own. So maybe this card is just telling you that be aware of kind of how your own emotions play out in your life and in your own happiness, and how look for different ways of looking at the situation. Look for the silver lining in the cloud, and know that there is magic in your life. So if you start feeling a little down as you go into February after all of the action and movement, don't just use it as a time of rest and reflection, because actually, that may even be it, because as I see the next card coming into March, you have the Ace of Ariel, which is a new start. And if you see it says that it's your lucky day, that new resources of money, time, or support, a change of job or a promotion is in your near future. If you're watching this at the early part of 2019, or even at the end of 2018 as I'm recording it live, this is telling me that you may be going into the new year, things are moving along really swift, and then suddenly you start feeling like things are not going well. You might start getting into a place where you're feeling tired, worn out, but know that you just need to rest and reflect on just how far you've come, because your lucky day is on its way. So by the end of the first quarter, what the overarching energy says, that there is going to be transformation, that a fresh new way of living is going to emerge. And so again, from a health perspective, for you Virgos that are embarking upon more healthful living, exercise, diet, what have you, that you are going to be able to achieve success and see a new way of being emerge as you move through the first quarter of 2019. So good on you, Virgo. If you're going to start that diet, get on that diet and stick with it. Don't let that low point stop you because you got success coming on the way. And if this is related to a career, same thing. If you're moving into the job and you're feeling a little bit insecure in the first quarter, don't stay there. Know that you can make magic, and that great things are coming. And you have completely seen a change in the way that your life has uh, been for you over the last several months, or even particularly several years, within the first quarter of 2019. So moving into the second quarter of 2019, it's like, whew, that's quite enough. It's like I feel tired already for you, Virgo. No wonder that you're feeling a little worn out by February. You've got so much energy and excitement, and transformation emerging in your life as you're entering the new year of 2019. But let's look. It doesn't stop there. It just keeps getting better, because if you look at the card, the overarching energy for the second quarter, it's rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. So, wow, you are going to start the year off right, Virgo. So just know that good things are coming, and don't let that little dip in your emotions cause you any concern at all, because here it looks like that maybe whatever has all this busyness, all this action in the first quarter, it has caused you to get tired, because what we're seeing here in the first part of the second quarter is it's telling you to ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Like, you've been taking it all on. This whole transformation has been a lot of effort for you, but it's also probably involved you doing a lot of things to make that happen. And now what the energy of this card is telling you is to stop working so hard, and stop trying to please others so much, that it's time for you to lighten your load. So know that if it's okay for you to stop, rest, and reflect. And also, it's okay for you to relieve yourself of some of the responsibilities. Like if you need help around the home, or if you need help at a job, or in your business, ask for that help. To show up, and offload that work and responsibility onto those resources. The next card for the second quarter is the Justice card, and the number 8 card. And the Justice card says, don't give up. Even if you feel like in some way, by having to ask for help, that it somehow diminishes your value. It does not diminish your value. That you need to stand up for yourself, and give yourself some credit for everything that you have accomplished to this point. All of this great stuff that's happening, it wasn't without your participation. So fight for justice and equality. But know that ultimately the ruling is going to be made in your favor. If this is even truly involving a real court case, or a situation, or some sort of a give and take relationship, that know that things will work out in your favor, and the scales will balance. So don't give up if things are hard. Looks like middle month, for the first quarter, middle month of the second quarter, both might seem a little trying for you, dear Virgo. But always know that it's going to take care of itself, because those rainbow blessings are ultimately the overarching energy for that quarter. So there is going to be blessings showered upon your life. And if it feels, maybe it's even some of you may actually win something, or uh, win an insurance claim, or win a lottery, or some sort of a jackpot, or just for the benefit of the item itself. So maybe some of you might need a new car, or need a new mode of transportation, and you win a car, or you win a year pass on the bus, something like that. So there's justice will be served. So don't give up. All of this work will be lightened off of your load. You ask the angels and the universe for help to come to help lighten your load on this journey of love and light, and they will come to your rescue, and you'll see justice come out of that. Um, and there and really what this is telling you is that the moon card coming out saying that this is an opportunity to improve your plan. So to listen to intuition for your guidance. So what this card typically tells me is that there's some unknowns or some, something that you don't know about the situation is beneath the surface right now. So you can't really, make any decision that you're making or any judgment that you're making against yourself is without all the full knowledge. So just know that you have to don't take things necessarily for face value at this time. And, in the second quarter of 2019, just because it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it may not be a duck. And I don't know why I said that, but perhaps whoever this resonates with will understand that. And it's going to be necessary to face your fears. So perhaps it's that you've been in denial a little bit about. The people that you thought should be helping you but that haven't necessarily been helping you. This is a time for you to demand that justice, that they either help or get out. And you find that beneath the surface that your blessings and your ability to be showered with those blessings is relative to you facing your fears and being a stronger person, whether it's just standing up for yourself in a relationship, leaving a relationship, taking on a new job or leaving a job. Know that whatever it is that you need to know will surface at the end of second quarter. But ultimately, whatever the outcome, it will result in blessings being showered upon your life. And then moving into the third quarter of 2019 for my Virgo Earth signs. This is just great, man. You're going to have a great year, my dear friends. Here is the six of Ariel, and the six of Ariel in typical tarot is equal to the six of cups, and it talks about emotion and material needs being fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways, and acts of kindness and giving and receiving with a grateful heart. So whatever situation you find yourself in as you enter into the third quarter of the year, know that you are going to have a bountiful situation. It's going to be either full of love, it's going to be full of resources, it's going to be full of money. But those blessings that got showered on you at the end of second quarter, man, they have your buckets of fruit just completely full here. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. Yeah, and it's just gorgeous. So that's a great thing. So the next card that comes up is interesting because it starts back at zero, like a leap of faith. So it's almost as if, through this fulfillment here of getting the help that you need and ultimately all your needs being met, you are in a place now where you want to start something new. You're ready to listen to your heart and do what gives you joy and happiness. There's this person here, young man here with his dog behind him. So just with his all he's got with him is his bag. So he's kind of left everything else behind him and is ready to go out and look for uh, a new beginning. And so this card tells you to just believe in yourself, take that leap of faith, and in doing so, there's going to be some great things on the horizon, and you can be sure that you'll be living life in a way that feels very joyful to your heart, and it's going to this leap of faith, it should be towards something that does give you joy. So if you're wanting to go to back to school, or change, you know have a kid, but you feel like maybe you don't have enough of this or that or the other, or you have making up excuses for yourself as to why you can't do that. Know that you just need to believe in yourself, take a leap of faith, and when you do, you will experience really new and exciting things in your life. I mean, even if we look at the energy for the third quarter, it is vast vistas, and this tells you to expand your horizons, this vast vistas card. So the energy for the third quarter saying expand your horizons, that's also looks like same kind of individual fool taking his journey forward. And the closing out that quarter is three of Michael, which is a three of swords. And what that can sometimes be is that sometimes to leave behind the past, to leave behind a job or a relationship, or even just sometimes you have to grow beyond your family. It can be painful, and it hurts and it's sad, but to take that leap of faith that you want to take, there sometimes is that sadness as a result of it. But the thing to remember is to really stay true to yourself, because in doing so all your needs are going to be met. And so that is going to require that you don't get stuck where you're at, to make sure that you're expanding your horizons as you move towards the end of 2019. And as we wrap up the year for Virgo, um, what we come into the last quarter with is the 10 of Raphael, and it says that love and blessings fill your life. So what you have to remember is that whatever you may have had to let go of um, in the third quarter, to take this leap of faith towards a new horizon, um, you don't have to worry, because it's the new horizon. Wherever that's going, it is leading you to love and blessings, to fill your life, and that you're going to have really harmonious relationships, and things are going to be feeling really good to you. Virgo is another one of your earth signs. I think it was Taurus got the 10 of Raphael in their reading, and basically it's telling you that it's your happily ever after. So 2019, while it's not going to be the end, because we'll talk about that next, is that um, it it's going to feel like, wow, does it get any better than this, because it's just a really great year for me. And then and next card in the fourth quarter says too that, hey, congratulations, you've done a wonderful job, and it's time to move to your next project. So that tells me that even though this year has just 2019 has played out fabulously for you, Virgo, it looks like maybe earth signs are going to experience a great year in 2019. You can't stop there. It looks like that by the end of the year you're going to be receiving promotions. You're going to have opportunities to move to your next project, and maybe even get education or scholarships, or even back here where I talked about potentially winning money, that you're going to have established yourself in a new way as a result of that windfall that you had come through. And the end of the quarter ends with the two card, the High Priestess. And this card is a time for going within, because by doing so you are really learning and growing and releasing and forgiving and acknowledging and accepting, and through that it really allows you to be at peace. So for whatever that has happened over the year, there's certainly a lot of really great things that are happening throughout the year for 2019 for my Virgo earth signs. But there's also without a doubt in life, there's some sadness that we have to understand, and there's sometimes things that we don't understand because they lie beneath the surface. So it's helpful for us to go in and reflect on the lessons that we've learned through those ups and downs, because the final energy card for the year for 2019 is crossing bridges. So that tells me that, yep, you're living your happily ever after, but it's really not over. There's still more yet to come. But it's time to just as I was saying in this card, to internalize, reflect, and meditate, and just find your center. The energy for the overarching for the month tells you the same. It tells you for healing and connecting and mending and releasing. That's the time. So just be prepared that as you um, enter this wonderful, fabulous year, Virgo, for 2019, that there's going to be, this complete transformation going on. You're going to have, blessings beyond your wildest dreams happening for you in, many different ways. And you're going to be expanding your horizons and, embarking upon new adventures. But through that, you may be leaving situations or people behind that, causes some sadness, but know that sometimes in order to make room for this new happily ever after, we have to let go of something from the past. And then in doing so, it's going to allow you to grow into the next thing, whether it's spiritually that you're growing into yourself, or you're growing into a new position from a career perspective, or you are growing into the next level of your education. um, just continue. Based on the advice card for this reading from Archangel Michael, tells you to go forward fearlessly. So going into this year, Virgo, hit the ground running and just be ready, for that transformation. I just see how, someone like, starting out fully clothed, and they're just, taking off everything as they, go down the track, and, by the end they are a completely new and different person. And, at the end of that run, they have reached the end of the rainbow that is full of all of the material needs being met that they have for themselves, and that gives them the courage and confidence and the positive mindset to embark upon something new. But in embarking upon something new, we have to sometimes let go of something from the past. And you know but that staying positive and saying, going forward fearlessly towards what we know is a bright future. You'll find for you, that happily ever after. But don't bask in that glory too long, because you'll continue to move forward in your life into 2020. And always stay focused on that bright on that bright light ahead of you. Know that you're going to cross over the end of 2019 into 2020, um, fully healed, mended, refreshed, having released all negativity from the past, and have healed the relationships in your life in a wonderful way. So if you like this reading, please like, share.